everyone, my name is Teacher Zoe, and today I want to share with you some tips for how to pass your Magic Ears interview. Okay, before you do anything else, I highly recommend you join our Magic Ears Facebook Q&A group, and I will be posting the link below so you can go ahead and click it and follow the link. And when you join the group, find a mentor. So a mentor is a hired teacher who would be willing to help you out through the hiring process. Some mentors will help you practice before you do your actual interview, and they're usually very good at answering any questions you may have. They're very helpful to help pass your interview. So definitely go to the Magic Ears Q&A group. Post in there to look for a mentor, someone to guide you through the process before you do anything else. I promise you it will make the process so much easier. Okay, so my second tip should be obvious, but it is to come prepared. I am a Magic Ears interviewer, and a lot of times I'll find applicants who didn't review the lesson before. As you may or may not know this, but in your interview you'll have to come prepared to teach an 8 to 10 minute demo lesson. And it looks really bad if you don't come prepared to teach it. So make sure that you preview the lesson beforehand. Try practicing it a couple times. Make sure that you know the content and you know what you feel comfortable about what you're going to do on each slide. This is, of course, where a mentor will come in handy if you have questions. But yes, please come prepared to your interview, preview the lesson. When you sign up to be Magic Ears teacher, you will have access to a lot of YouTube videos, they'll have all of this content and resources available on your teacher portal. So preview all of that. That is all very helpful. It's like Magic Ears really wants you to pass. So go through all of the resources they give you, and come prepared. Okay, my next tip is to make sure that you use TPR. Now, some of you who are applying, you may already be an online ESL teacher. Some of you, this may be new to you. So you may or may not know what TPR means, but TPR is total physical response. The way I like to think about it is, say you're communicating with someone with a glass window in between you, so you can see each other but you can't hear each other. In those situations, you may use your arms and your facial expressions, in your body to communicate. For example, you're asking the person across from you, what time is it? You may say, what time is it? So that's kind of how TPR works. And the reason it's important is because when we are teaching English as a second language to these children in China, they may not understand what you're saying. And if you can use your body to try and communicate, that kind of helps them click in their mind what you're trying to say to them. So for example, in the interview lesson, when you're teaching big N and little n, then use your arms to show that this is big and this is little, because they may not understand those words, but if you show them like with your body, then they can connect them. So that's kind of a basic explanation of TPR. So you'll want to use that in your interview. Magic Ears has something called the 3 main gestures. It's like Magic Ears TPR. And those are, so it's, you give thumbs up as like a praise or like to tell them that they did a good job. And then you point at your mouth if you want to have the students repeat after you. And then you put your hand behind your ear when you want them to repeat. So for example, in the lesson, you'd point at your mouth and say, banana, and then put your hand behind your ear. And then you give them a thumbs up. So that's kind of like standard Magic Ears. It's like a universal thing for the teachers. So use that as well in your interview. Okay, for the next tip that I have for you, make sure that you offer correction. So in your interview, you will be teaching your lesson to your interviewer as if they are a kid. So for me, like when I am an interviewer and someone is teaching the lesson to me, I pretend to be a 5-year-old student. And so I purposefully make mistakes as an interviewer to make sure that the applicant offers correction. And so, that's pretty basic. Pay attention to your interviewer's pronunciation, if they say something incorrectly, and offer correction. And usually what I like to do, and what I have found to be the best way to offer correction, is just repeat what they say, like isolate their mistake and repeat it to them more clearly and slowly. For example, let's say you are teaching the sentence, I like bananas. And your interviewer says something like, I lie bananas. So they don't say like correctly. Then a good way to offer correction would be to isolate the word like, because that's what your student mispronounced. So then you'll say the word like, and then just have them say it again. I think that's the best, most simple way to do it. You don't have to, go too much into like, oh, like that's incorrect, nice try. You don't have to even say any of that. Just when you hear a mistake, just repeat it and then have them say it after you say it clearly to them. But yeah, just listen for mistakes and then offer your correction to your student. Okay, so my last piece of advice for this video is one of the most important things. You need to show energy and passion while you are teaching in your interview. At Magic Ears, we believe that our teachers teach with passion. So that is something that we really will look for in our applicants. We have classrooms with up to 4 kids in them, and sometimes you'll have just like a mix of children. One kid could be very shy, one kid could be very energetic. You'll get a variety of personalities in your classes. And so at Magic Ears, we look for teachers who are able to connect with kids. So we like to see lots of energy, lots of smiling. When you are doing your interview, make sure you have a smile on your face, and check yourself in the camera so you can frequently check, what does my face look like, and make sure you're smiling. Pay attention to your tone of voice. Hello, welcome to Magic Ears. Make sure it's going up and down. That's when we talk to children, we tend to kind of vary the tones of our voice. And then your body language. Make sure you are inviting, welcome to class. What is your name? Which is very different from saying, welcome to class. What is your name? So you can see the difference. Use all of the energy and passion that you can muster up and bring it to your interview. When you're teaching your interview, you're teaching it to an adult. You have to pretend like the adult is a child. And so I understand it can be kind of awkward teaching an adult. But do your best to pretend like they are a kid. I promise you it will make a world of a difference. So these are my tips for you today. Again, check out our Q&A group. It is so helpful for, getting yourself through the hiring process. And also check out our YouTube channel for examples of teachers teaching lessons, or, any other tips that you want to find on YouTube. And if you do find a mentor, take advantage of that and practice with them before your actual interview. But everything that I have shared today, I hope it's been helpful. Please feel free to reach out to me or use my referral link if you would like me to be your mentor in the hiring process. And I would love to help you join our Magic Ears family.